Right, so we're back where we left off, having created a bus network whereby the buses are still in the process of evening themselves out. So as they kind of complete their first route, the second time they go through, the buses will know to space themselves out because they are on automatic, as in timetabling, not the gear system within the vehicle. That would be silly. So we're going to build on from here, and our objective is to get to Ginborn, whatever it's called. I'm going to build the terminus for Ginborn because it kind of helps give a bit of direction. If you build the stations further down the line, you kind of know where you're aiming for then when it comes to creating the railways. So we're going to make, is this going to be a 3-track station? We did make that one 3-track, and it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, that's fine. 5 long. Let's see what kind of interesting designs we can do. Oh yes, as well. Right, okay, so Arch Linux Russian in our Discord channel, who gets lots of praise and admiration, told us how to do this thing. How do you do it again? Right, so we can add new GRFs in. I tried this on my own save and it worked. It was really good. What is the command? Am I gonna have to go to Reddit? Probably. 1 second. This is it. So set new grf underscore developer underscore tools 1. What that lets us do is go into the new grf settings, and we can edit these, add them, and update them. So there is a new Dutch platforms section. Oh, that one's got an exclamation mark next to it. That does not look good for us, does it? I know it's 0.4, so I can look in here. I believe that's the one there. Now, if I remember rightly, if I added it, it said there was a duplicate. So you get rid of 0.2. I'm going to add 0.4. Which should be there, yep. Apply changes. This could destroy the economy, whatever. Well, in real life, economy's already pretty destroyed, so it doesn't matter. Wait for it to load. And there we go. So now we should have additional, let me just check. Yes, we have additional stations. So everyone is to thank Arch Linux Russian. Now, please, that is a compulsory order. Okay, so what have we got? There's lots of nice big buildings to work with like that. That's maybe a bit big for this little town, but they'll definitely come in handy later. We'll try and, put some effort into making the stations look good. Not quite understood where I could use that. Probably on the side of a hill. There's some pretty big structures, etc. But let's try and look for something we can build this station with. So, island platforms, what have we got? We could make this like an island canopy maybe, or I've seen there was, whereabouts is it? Some pretty good arches, like that one, 1, 2, so if I put that over, that's a nice arch station. I like that, we will use that one, that is the one we will go with. So let's put the arches there. Have a display board, and then so 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bench. And let's be nice and symmetrical and do this on the other side. So live boards, and then remember to create some platforms there. And we have a terminal. Nope, we've not built an airport. We have a terminus. We have the end of the line terminus for Ginborn. So we should next, well, I can kind of envision how this line's going to go. So we're going to have a local station here, a local station here, and here. That kind of lines up as a route. This seems like it would be a semi-fast stop. This seems like it would be a semi-fast stop. Then maybe station there and station here, and then up to there. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to build a station here because I can definitely see where it would go. Now I'm debating where to actually build the platforms. I want to try and get as close to the center as possible because I'm aware if I demolish this, this land here is going to be unused by buildings. So I kind of want to maybe demolish that, but then I'm going to take a chunk of the population away, but hey ho, it'll grow back. So let's make this a 3 platform station. Also, the tied arch bridge that I'm using, a tied arch bridge, doesn't really seem to render properly. It almost seems like it should. You see here, it's got the supports to say the arch should be there, but it just isn't. So we'll pick a nicer looking bridge. Let's just create the road down here. Now, we were making these 4 tiles long, I believe. Yep, that's right. 4 tiles long. So that's pretty much definitely going to go there. Don't think we have any debate about that. And then we can use the bridge as stairways down to the platform. And we could maybe put a ticket office behind those stairs. And let's see what kind of thing we can use. There's a new canopy in the update to that GRF, but it seems to only be on the single-sided platforms. Whereabouts? This one here. Oh, actually, let's use this. These look cool. So we could have like a canopy sort of station. What will be on the end of a canopy? Let's just have one of these. We'll also need platforms for here. What can we put there? Let's put one of these. Yeah, that looks cool. It's nice to make them kind of look asymmetrical at times. It's a bit more realistic. Okay, I'm happy with how that station looks. I don't know if you get this. Sometimes you just look at a station and go, yeah, that's how it would be. That's good. Sometimes you just kind of feel like, I've not really got that right. But nah, that one seems good. Sometimes I'll build a station and we'll just demolish it. Like, nah, that's not happening. Right. So the lines will come this way, and we're going to make them similar to the other stations, where the middle platform is bidirectional and the outside platforms are single directional, omnidirectional, whatever you call it. Somebody will correct me. I'm just here to build. I'm not here to be accurate. I'm definitely not being accurate with those signal placements. Okay, so that's the station constructed. Let's build this station. So the road layout of this one's a bit odd, so these are on different levels. I'm trying to think where the lines can go. We could get rid of that road, I guess, and that one. So that's kind of 2 tracks. We've basically made 2 tracks to the town without really demolishing many buildings. And then if we look here, I could get rid of those and demolish 3 buildings, or these and demolish 2. So I'm going to do those. And then we'll have the bridge there, and that works perfectly. So I'll get rid of those because there's no way the roads are going to be able to go any further, and this is where our station will be. I'll pick the worst bridge again. That one's a bit too extravagant, so let's go with girder bridge. Good girder bridge. Let's see. So we've already used the canopy, like pylon roof. So we should probably use something else. That is without stairs. Without stairs, how are they supposed to get down? There is trouble afoot with those. And how can we... Let's use one of these. I quite like these designs because it's not very... They're a bit more kind of somber than the big kind of strutty kind of footbridge. So what kind of canopy? Let's use one of these. Don't think there's a single-sided platform version of it though. So why don't we use the single-sided platform that is new? So those. Does that look good? Is there any other alternatives? Don't think there is. I think, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. I'm not going to win any designs for any awards for station design, should I say, but it fits the bill. And then we'll have the lines converge that way, just so if the trains are coming down the platform, they're not going to be slowed down by constant turns. So there we go. That's another station done. So we're down here. now we can start bringing the railway together. So again with that bridge, I think it's just a case of that's at the perfect clicking height. So we know the station's going to go there, and this is pretty easy to match up. So there we are. We'll just make these as we'll just have the platforms just on the main line. I don't really envision us having many services that use these. It's going to be quite an infrequent train that we run, so we'll have them as, should we have 3 platform or 2? I think 2, because the trains will stop quicker. So how it works with realistic acceleration is that the trains will start decelerating when they enter the station tiles. So 2 station tiles are going to be better. We can always add more if need be. So let's go up here. I guess the question really comes as to how we're going to get around this hill. Maybe a tunnel through here and perhaps a station there. So we can definitely have a station up here. Or should we have it there? Right. Let's move the track over 1 again. Oops, accidentally clicked the wrong tool. So then we'll bridge over a railway like that. And then we'll try and go right to head towards Hutbridge. Then we'll see if we can have a tunnel that will come out of the other side of Hutbridge. And then we'll be able to construct a station there. So let's put that down. Don't really like doing much terrain modification, but it just seems to have rolled that way this time. And this would be a really good place for a station there. A little bit away from the town, but I think we can manage with that. It'll look quite pretty. Where will that bring this out? So there and there. So can we get any lower than that? So let's try and, so this is my thought process basically. I'm like, right, let's try and knock down another level to make it easier from the other side. So that was pretty easy to do, where we've not lost any distance to the town centre. And there we go. So now we can make these go this way. Oh, in fact, no, because there are 2 levels to get to that terrain height. Let's bring this back. I'd like to leave room between the gradient jumps for the trains to adjust their acceleration. So if we do this, turn here, and up like that. Okay, that works. We can then have a station here. We're going to make this one 3 platform because, you know, this one's a 500 population. That one's, well, 438. You know, it just seems like a bit of a cooler city to have a larger platform station at. Just as soon as I've made this one. Whoops, we do not need that station. That is a pretty pointless station it is. Let's put some benches on. Okay, yeah, we're going to make this one 3 long. Will that work? Does that look cool? Does that look in keeping? Don't know. I kind of feel like I'm copying out using the same footbridge so many times, but I guess different lines have their own themes of design, so I can kind of forgive myself. And this one would kind of strike me as a more modern station, which you tend to find that on routes. So if a station tends to be used more, that station becomes way more modernized than the rest of the stations on the line. It definitely happens around Manchester. I'm sure it happens in other parts of the UK and the world. So we need to get down this enormous hill. There's I'm a bit cautious about how many the space between the gradient is going to be quite the drop, but can't really see another way to do it. I think we should just do this. Sacrifice a bit of speed for the fact that we've dropped quite a lot of elevation. I think that's a well-forming route so far. I think that's doing its job well. How far away did we space these? Is there a space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10 is the answer. So let's increase that to 10. Let's put a signal there and there. And we will drag the signals out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's fine. Oops, I have changed the signal. I did not mean to do that. And then we'll have one there. I'd always like, so even though we have 10 signal spacings, 10 tile spacings between signals, is that correct? I'll always have like half of that or less than that towards a station, because you're giving trains the chance to bunch together, which means they're more likely to get into the station. And we also have to make sure we construct quickly or pause the game, as I was doing before, so towns don't get annoyed with us for not putting trains there yet. I was going to go that way, but I've decided against that. My instinctive reaction was to see a town and be like, a quick build a railway to it, but it doesn't seem like that would work in this instance. Where did they come out? That comes out there. That's a bit too far. Let's try and get further into the mountain before we tunnel through it. I can't go that way, so let's try that. And then we need to come up a bit of elevation. Will that work? I think I can make that work. So I'm going to do that because I'm lazy. Demolish that because now I know where the other end of the tunnel is. And then we will go backwards from there. Let's go back until we hit a third letter. There we go. And now I'm going to just act like nothing happened here. This is the laziest terraforming I'm sure you'll see. I am a lazy terraformer. There are many things I am. There are many things I am not. But one thing I am is lazy when it comes to using this tool. Oh, man. Okay, so then we can come this way out of this predicament. And then that looks about right. So then we can match these up. I've literally come straight home from work, got straight off the train, off the bus, at home. Hello housemates, upstairs, recording. As soon as I got in, there was a sign on our ensuite door, which is next to my computer, saying, "Danger, great monster wasp caught at 1638. So as I was venturing into my ensuite, I was heeding the warning from my housemates that there were giant bugs on the loose. They thankfully didn't see anything. If there is a jump cut in this video, I guarantee you it is most likely because I was wrong in thinking this wasp had escaped. So please send help. Let's put a bridge there. See, that one looks weird as well, that bridge. It's got like you can see a bit of the remnants of the original bridge. So the original bridge is quite tall. It's a bit of a strange one. It's one of those things, it never really bothered me enough to go out and want to fix it, but it's definitely noticeable. Yeah, look, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. So we can easily connect these two towns. I'm leaving that one in. That tied arc bridge can stay there. There we go. So we've connected these two towns. They've got a road to build new buildings upon. So although they are but tiny little 179 towns now, they will hopefully grow bigger. I don't even think they deserve a footbridge. I think literally just slabs of concrete will do for them. Well, maybe for this one because it needs to be closer to the to the town. Let's put it that one. But this one, they can just go over the bridge if they so desire. This town's lucky. They had less population, but they got a bridge. See, I am a generous person. Okay, so maybe that way is where we need to go. Very straight, very flat, this area. Kind of striked it lucky, really, didn't I? Striked it lucky. I also hope the audio comes out a bit better in this one. I was quite aware that it was very quiet in the previous one. even after I'd increased the audio in Adobe Premiere. Alright, so that's that done. We'll move this signal there. Let's get this horribly garish patch of dirt, which will obviously go, but I'm going to plant a few trees just to cover up the mess and the habitats I've destroyed. Let's get rid of that. It's like nothing happened. So we have our railway instantiated. Now, one thing I've just very quickly picked up on is the fact that if I run all three of these services out of that one depot, it's going to create a lot of congestion at that station. So I'm going to also create a depot here, and I will separate the trains out. So the first line we will make. Well, the first thing we need to do is assess how we're going to do this. So we're going to have all the trains run up all the line, or let's have a look what we've got. Could we separate out the stopping services? So could we have Retston, Feddington, and the Sea-Sailing Hall here at Hutbridge, Feddington Bay, and back? Maybe that would be best. See, I think this could be serviced by one train. Yeah, that's what we're going to do actually. Although it does mean, though. Tell you what, this is what we are going to do. I'm going to move this junction back a little bit, and we're going to add a waypoint here, and we're going to basically tell it that it has to use the middle platform so that it can reverse back out. Perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have two stopping services, one from each side. This one can have two trains, 1, 2. So if there's one there, 2, 3, maybe. Nah, we'll stick with 2 for now and increase accordingly. So we have such a large selection of, well, we should have such a large selection of trains now. Whereabouts are they? I think the pack. Are we at the date where the trains are in service? Let's see. The pack's definitely installed. I'm looking for sprinter trains. That is what I'm looking for. Let's open this up and see if I push forward. Will the trains add? Oop. Yes, I believe. Also, one thing I need to do while I remember is vehicles never expire. Never expire. Okay. Is that why? Is it the date? I really thought sprinters came out before 2000. Where are the sprinters? How strange. Okay, because we've got like the royal cars and things. Am I completely missing these? Okay. We have this one. Where is it? That. Can we stack those? 173 a year. Can we just stack those together? That'll do for now. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing. There was a list on when I tested this before where there was it had like lots of different 1.5 classes, like I think there was 150, 151, things like that. Well, 151 wasn't a proper train, it was just a prototype, but still. And we get to choose the livery. Look at this, luxury. I really want to select Northern Rail, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna save that for a special occasion. What do we have? Regional railways was a staple of my childhood. Central trains looks a bit garish. Let's see. What we should theme the areas. We could have this as like the what? Ooh, that's a strange one, isn't it? Let's go with this one. Why not? Otherwise, I'm going to spend ages just deliberating colours like a lady in a clothes shop, and that's, I'm sure, not what you want to see. So you are going to stop at every station. Oops, did I delete something? Nope. So every station, please. This one too. But then you are going to go here and here. So automate, then we will duplicate, then procrastinate, and then rejuvenate. That is the story of my life. Okay, what can we call the groups? How are we going to structure the groups? So why don't we make them lines? So Rexton to Ginborn line, and then we can have South Stopper. Oh well, you see, the thing is, I can't just put South Stopper, because if I ever have another line that is, then I also call the group South Stopper, it's going to conflict. So I need to call it I need to give the line sort of an abbreviation. So maybe Rect to Gin, yeah. So RTG, slow South Stopper. So let's put them in there. Not in there. So they're ready to go. So let's unpause. What year am I in? 1978. Let's maybe put it back to like 1990. Are they going to work? Let's see. It's very slow coming out of the depot, but it is there. Classic. Oh, let's make sure they go to the end of the platform. Have to be thorough with our work here. There we go. And let's also put the normal acceleration, not the normal, the realistic. Should we do it for buses too? How does that affect them? I'm going to watch a bus. Come on. It seems pretty fine. We'll leave that on. Alright, so we have one stopping service. I'm determined to get all these services done by the end of this video. Look at this turnaround of events. Look at me, dedicated to making videos. Right. We don't even need 2 here, I'm sure. Right, that whole 72 passengers. There are not going to be 72 passengers in these 2 stations. So let's have 1. Let's, keep this, keep a strict budget on this. Let's not... Oh, no, don't be running off. I'm not giving you any orders. Go back. What does that look like? I'm not a fan of that one. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, yeah, let's go with the red one. Why not? The single carriage. This is what we get reduced to in the UK. A single carriage. Parts of West Yorkshire would be well at home with one of these, considering there are some branch lines that are so unused. Look at the state of that. I love it. I'm gonna keep that just for prosperity. Like, honestly, if if this ever gets to the point where we're expanding this line, that's still staying. So now we will do the semi-fast and the express routes. You can ignore that jump cut as well. They will be happening quite a bit more because I've gone from living with just my lovely partner to living with a house of 5 people. So there are many more people to come in. Let's have a look. So what have we got to work with? We've got Turbo Stars, which I'm sure we shouldn't have in 1991, but we will let that slide. We've also got 159s. They're 3 carriages. Okay. So we've got these 2. We could maybe do one of each. Have we got any liveries for this? Southwest Trains. Oh, I like that. 159. I know what they are. That can be our express. Because I'm sure it'll be, is it 90 miles? Yeah, 91 miles an hour. Yeah, that can be our express. And now we just need a semi-fast service. Unless we have 2. Oh, we can't. No, if I could have 4 carriages, I'd do that as an express one. We could stack 2 of those together. Although we can only have them in central trains. That'll do. Right, so let's have... So this is train 4. So we'll get rid of that one, and we'll make that one go from the other depot. So this is the semi-fast. So is it going to stop there? Let's see how many passengers are waiting. No, it does not need to stop there. So we'll go to that one. This one. This one. I think I want to have semi-fast as the main bulk of the line. So what we'll do is, if we'll have 2 of these, and then 1 express. So then so that'll be RTG semi-fast we will put that in there. Oops. Add these. And then finally we'll make the express train. So let's see. What are these? 5.5, mate, chill out. I'm still wondering why there's so many missing. I will have a look after this video. We could have 2 of these. So these are right. So that's 3 car. That's 2 car. So we do that. If I do that, do I have more livery options? No. Okay. There's nothing really else to choose from, is there? I don't really want to have a HST running this section. There's not going to be much point. Okay. Let's try that then. That can literally just go end to end. Oh, did we say it was going to stop here? 2000. What have I done? Have I accidentally made that go the entire route? No, I haven't. What I've done is, I noticed it just roaming free of its required location. I forgot to give it a waypoint. Give it a waypoint. So where does it stop? That's stop number 5. So stop number 5 now needs to be that. Okay. Hopefully it can make its way back. A single little carriage. It definitely can, because it's going to have to go to that platform and then go back up, isn't it? So anyway, where will we at? Right, yeah. Single train. And do you know what? We shouldn't even let it use a depot. That can just go end to end. So is that doubled? Yes, it is. That can go. So then we'll have RTG Express. Cool. So there we are. We have a express, a semi-fast, and a stopping service all running across this kind of large line. What we'll do in the next video is we should probably look at kind of creating bus networks around these towns that we've just connected. Maybe look at the industries, see if we can move anything, if anything is nearby for us to connect to it. We can look towards our next branch lines, for instance, maybe something down here. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to obviously let us know. I'm open to suggestions, what you people think. But yeah, I'd say that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching.